And so if you do have Course Builder, you're going to access it, like with all admin functions, through the T3 admin menu. It's going to be listed here. It's number 4 as Course Builder. And go ahead and open this. Any existing courses that you have are going to show up in this list down here, where you'll be able to edit them or update them at any time. And to create a new course, you're just going to click Add New Course down at the bottom right. And this is going to bring you to the title or settings page. And so we're going to go through here, and I'll show you how to do this. A course code is going to be automatically generated for you. And you're going to most likely want to leave the course set to unavailable until you've completed it and you're ready to make it available for your users. And then the type, in most cases, you're probably going to be creating a course. You'll notice there is another option for checklist here, but this is a feature that's actually rarely used, so we're not going to cover it today, but you can certainly contact me if you did want more information or wanted to learn about checklists. In the category, usually there's only going to be one category to choose from, which is just going to usually be your site code. So it'd probably be the name of school or hospital here. But if you do want to have multiple categories so that you can group your Course Builder courses out, for example, maybe you want to have new hire courses and annual courses, we can create additional categories for you to select from here. So that is an option. And then you're going to just enter the title of your course. So I'll call this New Course. And then if you are going to be adding a required test section in this course and you're going to want your users to get a certificate of completion for passing, you can go ahead and change the drop down here from none to certificate of completion. This way they'll be able to get a certificate if they do successfully pass the post-test that you create. And once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and click Save. And so now we'll notice that that new course did get added down here. And I'm going to go ahead and click the pencil here to edit the course so we can start adding our content. And when we first add a section or create the course, we're going to need to add a new section first. So for each section, you're going to have a settings page here where you can enter the title of the section. So I can call this one Introduction. And unless this section is a quiz or a pretest or a required test or a post-test, as we call it, it's going to be a content section. And so it's just important to note that there are two different types of sections that you'll be setting up in your courses, and that's content sections and test sections. So since this is a content section, I'm going to leave everything else here set the way it is, and I will cover that as we move on to a test section later. And then once that's done and I've added the title, I'm going to click Save. And so you'll now see our first section here, and this is going to be, once we have more sections, this will be a full list of sections. And now that it's set up, I'm going to go ahead and edit our section. And for each section, you're going to need to have you can have any number of pages in the section. In this particular one, I'm just going to do 2 pages in our introduction section. So let me add a new page, and then when you add a page, it's going to bring you into this this editor section, which you'll notice is very basic, real simple, and many of these icons are real similar to what you'd use in Microsoft Word or in any other word processing program. You can change the font, size, format, bold, italics. You can align left, right. You can create a ordered list, a numbered list, or a bulleted list. Change the text color or the background color, and usually with most browsers, if you hover over the item, it's going to let you know what it is or what it does here. And I'm going to get to some of these other features here as we start adding content. And let me actually pull up. I do have a Word document over here that I'm going to show you how easy it is to copy and paste text into Course Builder. So if you have an existing course, this could be either a PowerPoint or a Word document or something that you've been using for training or testing your employees or your students, you can go ahead and take that information and put it into a course online in Course Builder, so where your students or employees can access it here. Okay. And so I'm going to go ahead and copy this information from my first page in the introduction. And I'm going to go ahead and paste it in here. And I usually like to change the format to normal here just to keep it consistent. And so you'll notice now it's, now that I've got this information in here, all I need to do is click Update and Done, and that's going to take me back to show me my first page. And I'm going to go ahead and actually add a second page into the introduction, since I have some more text here. And I'm going to copy and paste that in here as well. Oops. Let's see. And again, I'll do the format normal. And you can use this to do different headings as well to change the format. And then one thing I also really wanted to show you here is how easy it is to insert an image using an image URL or image address that you can pull from a website. So, for example, if you had a logo or an image on your own website, you could get that image URL or image address and insert that image here. And so I'll show you how easy it is to do that. I'm actually going to go over to MedCom's homepage here and just pick an image. And all I need to do is copy image location. And once I've got that, I can close this out. I can easily come back in here and click on the little image icon to insert an image. And then I can insert that image URL. And then I can get a little preview of it here. And if I'm good with that, I can click OK. And that's going to put the image in here in Course Builder, or into our course. And then I'm just going to update and click Done. And now we have our introduction section complete. And I'm going to go ahead and click on the section list to bring us back to that list of sections so we can go ahead and continue on and add another section to our course. So I'll go Add New Section. And then I wanted to title this section Video. Let me go ahead, and again, it's going to be a content section, so I'm going to leave everything passing, percent, and required and show feedback to their default setting. And click Save. And then I'm going to go ahead and edit the section. And we'll need to add a page. And so basically, the reason I wanted to title this section Video is because I wanted to show you how easy it is to embed a video using an embed code, which is something you can usually find on sites like YouTube. So for example, I've got a tab up here. And I do have one of MedCom's video clips for confidentiality on HIPAA here. And if I wanted to use this clip in my course, I can go down to Share and Embed. And this will give me an embed code that I can then copy and bring back over to Course Builder. And in order to insert this here, I'm going to need to use this button here to toggle HTML on. And when I do that, I can go ahead and paste that in here. It took me a second there. And now that that's in here, you can go ahead and update it. And the video is now in our course. And I'll click Done. And one thing I do want to mention, you do have the option to, if you are real familiar with HTML, you do have that option to toggle HTML on and off, so you can get a little bit more creative and fancy and go beyond what the basic editor of Course Builder. So that is an option. And now I'm going to go back to our section list again. And so now we've got our two sections, introduction and video. I'm going to go ahead and create another section real quick here. And it will be another content section. I'm going to do a suggested reading section. So because it's content, I'm leaving everything here set the way it is. And I'll click Save. And just like the others, I'm going to edit the section. And I'm going to go ahead and add our page to the section. Okay, and so what I want to do here, I'm going to go back over to my Word document, and I wanted to insert a web link, a link for somewhere that I want to take my users to go, visit and read some additional information. So I've got this down here. I'm going to go ahead and copy it, and then I'm going to paste it in here, and normal. And then to create a link here for this, I'm just going to highlight and copy that. And I'm going to click on the little link button to insert a web link. and I'm just going to put the URL. And I recommend usually changing target to new window, and just because if the user is viewing the course, if it opens this web link in the same window, it might cause some trouble for them with getting back to the course. So if it opens in a new window, it just makes it a little bit easier for them to get back. So I'm going to go ahead and choose that and click OK. And then that link is ready to go. So I've got my suggested reading in there. Then I'll just update and click Done and return back to the section list. And so now I've got my 3 sections ready, and I'm going to go ahead and add the last section, which I'm going to do a quiz, or that's optional. They don't have to pass it to complete the course. So I'm going to go add an action, and I'm going to call this quiz. And I want them to score an 80%. That's what I'm going to set for the pass rate. But since it's not required, I'm going to leave required to no because it's just a quiz. And so with quizzes, you do have the option to show feedback when they answer the question, to tell them whether they got it correct or incorrect. And so I'll go ahead and set this to yes so that they will see the feedback. But if the test is required and they need to pass it, the test, in order to complete the course, you won't be able to show feedback. So you'll need to leave feedback set to no for any required test. I'm going to click Save. And I'm going to go back and edit this quiz section. And basically for any test section, a quiz or a test, each page is going to be a single question. So when I add a new page, I'll be adding my first question here. And so I'm going to go ahead and go back to my Word document that I've got here. I've got a couple questions to copy and paste in. And so the question itself is going to go here. Yeah, it's reset to normal. And then if you have 2, 3, 4 answer choices, you can go ahead and enter how many choices you want and click Update. And that's going to provide you with the 4 choices. So you can go ahead and enter your answer options in here. And then you're going to want to select or enter the correct answer here and just use the number. So since item 1 is the correct answer, I'm going to enter a 1. And here's where you can enter feedback. So since this is a quiz, you can go ahead and give them any number of responses here for feedback. So you can say well done, or you can, if they get it incorrect, just put incorrect. And once that's all set, you can go ahead, click Update and Done. And that question will be all set. And I'm going to go back to our, to add a new page. Actually, so we'll need to add a second question. And let me grab that question out of my Word document. And then let me add the answer choices. Okay, and so the correct answer is 4. I'm going to leave feedback blank for now. And one thing you can actually also do, that's an option, so if you wanted to have multiple correct answers for a question such as this, since the correct answer is all of the above, I can actually say, you know what, let me delete the all of the above choice. And I'm going to update and delete that. And what I can actually do is make, the rest of the answers are all correct. So I can do 1, 2, and 3, and that's going to require the user to select all 3 of those options. And you can add a note in here that says check all that apply. Okay. And I'm going to update and done. And now I've got our questions here. And so basically, that's a really simple, easy course. I did this, real quick and fast, and obviously you can spend, more time adding, a lot more content and images and, format everything exactly how you want it to get it, perfect for you. So it's real simple to do. And then one last thing I wanted to show you, so you can obviously go in and edit these sections anytime you need to by clicking edit. You can also change the settings. So for example, if you decided later you wanted to change this quiz and actually make it a required post test instead, you can go ahead into your title and settings, and I'm going to change the title and say this is a post test. And I'm good with the passing rate being 80%, so I'll go ahead and leave that, but I'm going to make it required. And then I'm going to go ahead and turn off the feedback. And so now this is set up as a post test, so your user will be required to pass this post test with a score of 80% or higher in order to get their certificate. So I'm going to go ahead and click Save. And now that this is done, this course is ready, I'm going to go back and go back to our course list here. And we'll see new course. And you can at any time go through and preview a course. And you'll see one of 2 pages, since our introduction was 2 pages. And there's the image that we inserted. And we've got our video. And you're not going to hear any audio through the application here, through the webinar. But that's going ahead and playing. And then the last section here, we'll get to our suggested reading. And if we could click this link, it's going to take us, open up another tab here where we can go to this website. And let me go back to our new course here. And then the last section, of course, we're going to have our post test. And this is what it looks like when you have multiple items, when you need to select all the correct answers. And once I pass, I'm going to, it's going to tell me I completed the course and my score is 100. And even in this preview step, it's still going to let you go through every step and finish and complete the course to get your certificate. This is what our certificate is going to look like, our basic certificate of completion. And go ahead and close this out. And let me go back over to the site here. And once you've previewed the course and you're good and you say that's ready to go, I'm going to go ahead and I want to assign that to my users. The next step is going to be to go back into the title and settings here, and you're going to need to set that course to available. And then once you do that, you click Save. And then the final step is to publish the course. Anytime you make any change or update a Course Builder course, you're going to always need to publish. And this just updates the information. So when you go ahead to assign, they will be getting the updated version. So anytime you edit it, always remember to publish the course. So I'll go ahead and do that. And then I'm just going to return to the course list. And so now this new course is ready. So you can go ahead and assign that to users. You can go back into create edit curricula and go into our new curriculum that we just set up, and you can go ahead and search for a new course, since that's the title. And it's going to show up right here, new course, and you can add that into your new curriculum, and then you'll be ready to go ahead and start assigning that to your users.